Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we're talking about some pretty crazy news coming out of the League of Legends world now. All of this news is centered around teams over in the East, which is obviously not what we mainly talk about on this channel. This channel is mostly centered around Western League of Legends, English-speaking audiences, teams, all that stuff. But this story is one pretty crazy, which I think should make for an interesting and entertaining video, and I want to get this news out to you guys because it's a pretty big story out there right now, especially at a time when news is kind of slow as we're waiting for the summer splits to start. But also this is affecting some top teams over in China and some really great players, which can in effect impact worlds and how teams are going to do and what teams are going to be there and what players are going to be there, which can in turn affect some Western teams as well. So I do think it is still relevant information in some ways. So let's get right into this. This is coming from Cute B Chew. This is, kind of like a well-known LPL, I don't know, leaker, rumor account, just person who tweets about a lot of LPL stuff. They report and cover many inside things. They do a lot of translations. They do a lot of really cool work for the Western and English-speaking audiences, for some Chinese stuff and for some Korean stuff. So overall, they've been a really good resource. I don't follow them, but their stuff pops up on my timeline all the time. And yeah, it's really cool. I think that overall they do a good job. So they tweeted out this. Doinb said, "It seems that BLG Bin and RNG breathe this summer, but he can't tell us the reason." Now, this is hilarious because this is leaker Doinb, reporter Doinb, Doinb's better than Wooloo, whatever, at it again. I don't know why Doinb has decided that he is going to be the guy that just talks about everything behind the scenes and that he is going to be the leaker or reporter or whatever. Maybe it helps out his stream. Maybe it helps out his socials. Maybe he just really likes doing it, thinks it's fun. I don't know. But it's super weird that Doinb is the guy to consistently be doing this stuff. And it's crazy how often he is right. Now, not 100% of the stuff he says comes to fruition because things fall through and sometimes it's just rumors or speculation or whatever, but he hears stuff and then he says it on his stream. Obviously, there is always stuff he can't talk about and he can't always go into the full details, but this is a crazy story because BLG Bin and RNG Breathe, this is the Bin that just won MSI with RNG, and this is the guy who, just won the spring split with RNG, and he's a little bit up and down. He definitely had some NT moments at MSI. He was definitely, feast or famine at times, but again, he played well enough to win MSI. I believe he was the finals MVP of the MSI finals, at his best, and when he's on, this guy is one of the better top laners in the world. He is a world-class top laner at his peak. Now, obviously, questions about consistency, whatever, but replacing a player a couple of days, has it even been a full week since the MSI finals, is crazy, and that does not happen very often. And like teams from the West, you can't even imagine that. If we had a team win MSI, they're not changing anybody a couple days after MSI ends. They might not change their team for a couple years after MSI ends. So that's crazy. This is insane. So what exactly is going on here? And, somebody says that. TL Fan 69 says, why would they swap Bin when they just won MSI? And there are a couple different explanations, a lot of speculation, a lot of stuff in translation, a lot of, rumors. But here's one post. I don't know if this is from Reddit or it looks like Reddit to me, but this person said, confirmed parts are as what OP has translated according to Doinb's streams, yet some rumors might explain this seemingly absurd decision. So before Spring Split started, BLG signed Bin and RNG signed Breathe. Obviously, that's where it's rumored that these players are going to be ending up now, but it's not where they played in the spring. Obviously, Bin played for RNG. Then BLG used Bin to trade for Uzi's remaining stream contract, not stream contract, but non-compete agreement, which was still under RNG back then, leading to the top laner swap. So obviously BLG, they trade top laners, then BLG ends up with Uzi. This might explain why Uzi was able to get out of the contract mess so quickly to play in the spring regular season. Now Uzi has decided to step down and return to full-time streaming, so the swap back is natural. If we traded Bin for Breathe so we can get Uzi and now Uzi's out, well, hey, we're probably going to want to swap back then if possible. Maybe that's even in the contracts. Maybe it's in the agreements. Who knows? Because if it's not in the contracts or agreements, it's not like you would just do that out of good faith or whatever. Be like, oh, he retired. Okay, I guess we'll give you our part back. That's not how this works. So maybe that was some part of the deal, some part of the agreement. Who knows? But that's at least one kind of story, or at least one people trying to make sense of the whole thing, I guess, there. The above are just rumors in Chinese forums, and despite how absurd they sound, I can't help but feel this might shed some light onto the actual truth, because there's no way an org kicks their spring final MVP 2 days after their MSI victory. So he's a spring final MVP. I don't know who the MSI final MVP was. I thought somebody said it was him. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I didn't. This MSI finals at such a terrible time, and I had been waking up for so many of the Western games that I, was like vaguely following the MSI finals, but I wasn't following it super close. So I don't know. But obviously, Ben won the spring finals in the LPL, which is crazy hard to do. Apparently, he won spring final MVP, and then he ends up going on to win MSI as well. And then again, gets kicked a couple of days after. There has to be some explanation. We also had this from the LPL fan club. They tweet out another, set of rumors, another potential story. So BLG actually bought Bin from WBG at the winter transfer window. This can be proved from Doinb stream, where he was talking about Bin going to the same team as Crisp, BLG, and the Shy joining WBG. BLG also wanted Uzi, but Uzi's contract was under the control of RNG. At that time, RNG wanted Breathe as their top laner. And this can be approved by Xiaohu's stream, where he's talking about the only options for him going to mid have to be Breathe or Bin as his top laner. And that might give you an idea of, how good Breathe is for people who haven't been able to see as much of him or whatever. This is obviously Xiaohu making a really big statement of like, hey, if I'm going to go to mid, I need Breathe or Bin in the top lane. Obviously with Bin, they were able to do some really great things. Now, hey, are they going to be better with Breathe, worse with Breathe, similar with Breathe? Who knows? But it shows at least what Xiaohu thinks about Breathe. So that should mean something, hopefully. And WE knew that, so WE set up a high buyout price for RNG, which is not really acceptable for RNG. Somehow BLG knew this, so they also bought Breathe as well, but on a lower price. Then BLG loaned Bin to RNG. In return, Uzi becomes part of BLG, and Breathe would swap team with Bin after spring split. Now, this story starts to make a little bit less sense to me than the first one, but they do say here at the bottom, and on a side note, some rumors have also pointed out that RNG is on a financial problem right now, and that starts to get a little spicy and a little interesting, because we know, all these Chinese teams, they're throwing around a ton of money. They have crazy facilities. They have crazy salaries. They, buy all these Korean players, and they, do all these things. So if some top Chinese teams are having some financial issues, like we've seen in North America, when teams start to spend all this crazy money, it starts to not make sense because they're spending all this money, but they're not able to be profitable. And at some point down the line, investors might start asking some questions or stuff like that, then this could be really interesting. If RNG is in some financial trouble, then there might be some other LPL teams having to worry about something like that as well. But who knows for sure. But then we did see stuff actually start coming out. So Doinb said it seems like BLG Bin and RNG Breathe. It seems like Uzi also leaves BLG, so that sucks. Doinb said Bin and Breathe's announcement will be released soon. He said why he did need to cheat us. He said it is confirmed. Also, Doinb said that he's not going to be joining the LCK, and he's still going to be playing with LNG this summer, so he's staying put. And then we got this. We got, thank you Breathe from BLG. We got thank you Bin from RNG. And we got welcome Breathe to RNG, welcome Bin to BLG. And we got thank you Uzi, farewell Uzi from BLG. So it all came true. Doinb strikes again, dropping us the hottest and latest news, leaks, and rumors. And this is really crazy. Obviously, it sucks that Uzi came back for just one split. A lot of people were really excited for his return, and it seems like he might be going back to streaming and content creation at this time. I'm not exactly sure, but Uzi is a very popular player, an awesome, exciting, fun player to watch, especially thinking back to the prime of his career. So it sucks that he might now be out again. But yes. Bin wins MSI, then gets kicked from RNG or traded or removed or whatever from RNG just a couple days later, and now they're going to be rolling with a new top laner, Breathe, for the rest of 2022. And it'll be interesting to see how this affects their play and how it affects their results in the LPL, and if they make it to Worlds, how it affects what they do there, because this is the MSI champions. This is a team that should absolutely be in world title contention. But who knows? Summer split is a couple months long, and things can definitely change over the course of a couple months. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this crazy story. What do you think the truth is? What do you think happened? And do you think RNG is going to be better or worse with Breathe up in the top lane? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.